Hello everyone and welcome to Siriana Tarot. This is a singles new love reading for Scorpio. We're going to look at the kind of love you're ready to experience now based on the growth you've already done. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Scorpios, please. All right, so we have the Nine of Cups, all right. They're also showing up as the Queen of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. They're viewing you as the Knight of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And the connection, we see the Four of Wands, 11-11, so a strong soulmate connection here. But I'm also seeing with the Four of Wands that this could be a connection that leads to marriage or engagement, moving in together, something long-term. Now they're showing up as the Nine of Cups, Scorpio, so this is definitely wish fulfillment. And we see the Hermit card, Virgo energy. They may start off as somebody here who's a secret admirer of yours, okay? Or maybe you're their secret admirer, but this Virgo energy tells me this person is practical, they're pragmatic, they're wise, they're detail-oriented. This is somebody who's single, and I think they're enjoying the single life. The Nine of Cups could be that they're casually dating, but I feel like this is somebody who just enjoys going out, spending time with friends and family. You know, they're a bit of a party person, but not in an unhealthy way. At least that's not what I'm seeing yet. We see the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. I think, Scorpio, this is exactly what you've been waiting for, or you're exactly what they've been waiting for. This is someone who really prioritizes balance and harmony within connections. All right. And we see the Ten of Pentacles. And this is somebody who has so much to offer. They're absolutely looking for a relationship. And I read this as confirmation, Scorpio, that this is the person that you're meant to be with. All right. We see the Eight of Pentacles energy in reverse. Now, this is your energy. Again, this is something or someone you've been waiting for. Oh, I love this energy because it's like finally, Scorpios. All right. Let's see what else we need to know about them. So they could be a Capricorn or have Capricorn placements. They definitely have that strong earth in their chart with the Hermit and Capricorn coming through. Their work and stability are high priority. They can be relied upon to get things done. This person may be retired, but this doesn't necessarily mean they're 65 plus. This can be someone who's had two major careers, or, you know, I always like to give the example, they could have been a teacher or a firefighter or something like that for many years, and then they decided to do something different. They enjoy their personal time, they have flexibility in their schedule, and they could be slightly older. This person is really funny, so expect a lot of fun and light energy with this person. The laughter you share may very well bond you and alleviate stress. So I love that. You know, the couple that plays together and laughs together stays together. And we see that they definitely have this Virgo energy about them. They're great planners and organizers. They can have a tendency to overthink and to overanalyze. Now with the Queen of Swords here, I feel like you have someone who's truthful, honest, they're in alignment. I feel like this person smells good. I also feel like they're always really well put together. They pay attention to details. They're elegant in the way they express themselves and the way they present themselves. Okay. We see distant horizons. So to me, this is a card of optical illusions, which is, you know, and a good thing. I think this is so much more. It's bigger than what maybe you think it is at first. But with this distant horizons energy, I also feel like this could be somebody who comes from a very different background from you. All right, we see poverty. They might come from like a very poor or depressed neighborhood or country. This person definitely knows poverty. Now, I don't think that they are poor now because they're showing up as the Ten of Pentacles. So most likely this person is somebody who's worked very hard for what they have, or they're self-made. All right, and we see concern. This person may have a tendency to worry. That definitely comes with Virgo energy and maybe possibly Gemini energy there with the Queen of Swords. But this is somebody who's going to worry about your safety. They're going to worry about your happiness and your comfort. They're going to be worried that they're going to miss this opportunity with you, Scorpio. All right. They might be worried they're not good enough. But I don't think it's something that like completely holds them back. All right, what else do we need to know about them? Their first, middle, or last name may begin with a vowel. I'm seeing the letter A. All right, but that doesn't have to be for all of you. This person hums often or is very musically inclined. They may have a tendency to be forgetful or late. All right. And we see that they are going to pursue you, Scorpio. They're going to be the ones who ask you out. Okay. What else do my Scorpios need to know about this person? Okay, you're going to be on their mind and in their heart. Yeah, like low-key obsessed for sure. They're rolling in money. So this is somebody who has a lot to offer. And we see that they have vices. Now, vices could be smoking, drinking, gambling, but it doesn't have to be in the present. It could be something that they've released, something they've healed. Now, with the Knight of Wands here, Scorpio, this person sees you as fresh, new, exciting. For those of you who have done some traveling, they love your adventurous spirit. You might be very different from one another, different backgrounds, race, religion, tradition, things like that. They appreciate that. They like that, in fact. We see the Eight of Wands. They have so much focused intention on you. And again, I think you're exactly what they've been waiting for. But the Eight of Wands here tells me they see you as very handling a lot, being able to spin a lot of different plates and doing it with grace and ease. And the Three of Pentacles in reverse, they're a little bit worried you're going to be on the fence about them, either due to third party or conflicting schedules, or maybe because there's some travel involved here. Some of you might meet this person traveling, or while one or both of you are away from home. Yeah, and I feel like some of my Scorpios, you see that you're feeling the Three of Swords. So some of you recently ended something, or you're healing from something, or maybe you are dealing with a third party here. Okay. What do they notice or really like about my Scorpios, please? Student, yeah. They see you as humble and devoted to knowledge. You have an openness to lifelong learning. Okay, so they love that you're like, maybe you do a lot of learning through travel, or maybe you're well-read, or maybe you're highly educated, or you have a wealth of experience. They respect you for this. All right. And they see you as the child divine archetype. So innocence, purity, and redemption, and suggests a special connection with the divine. So they love your spiritual side, but they also just feel like there's something magical about you. Scorpio, they also see you as very sexy and attractive, and they may even worry about that a little bit, because again, you might have third-party energy around you when you meet this person, but this Don Juan energy says they spotlight your positive, or this spotlights your positive, seductive qualities. So again, they find you very sexy, very attractive, and very, seductive is such a good word for my Scorpios. I think this is a connection that can really go somewhere with the Four of Wands. This is stability, this is security. Pay attention to 1111 and any other angel numbers or repeating numbers that you might see around this person or this connection. Some of my Scorpios, you may end up married to this person. Spirit saying emotional timing, that this connection unfolds according to emotional readiness. Patience allows alignment to deepen. So it's going to happen when you're ready for it. And the purpose of this connection, Scorpio, is to heal wounds from the past. So this connection touches unresolved emotional experiences, offering an opportunity for healing, understanding, and release. So the purpose of this connection is also to heal and release karma. You're going to help each other do that. And we see during a period of personal focus. This meeting occurs while you're focused on your own growth, goals, or healing. The connection aligns with what you are already building. Okay? Absolutely beautiful. All right, and at the bottom of the deck here, we see that this is going to help expand your emotional capacity. So to feel deeper than you have before, or feel things differently than you have before. So this connection stretches your ability to give, receive, and hold emotion with greater depth and awareness. All right, so let's see what else my Scorpios need to know here. Anything else my Scorpios need to know about this person or this connection, please? All right, so we see rendezvous, a private getaway for two is calling you. All right, so again, you might meet this person like while traveling or at a distance, or maybe they are, but I also feel there may be some sort of distance between the two of you. That's not for all of you. Okay, but we do see there might be some, like they might be worried that because of distance or because it's a long car drive, or maybe you live in different cities, states, or countries, that, you know, you have to meet up when you can or on the weekends or once a month or something like that. They might worry that you're not going to want to give them a chance because of that. And we see that there might be too much focus on visible trappings, so material attachment. So don't judge a book by its cover. This person has a lot, but remember, for a lot of you, this person came from nothing. Okay, so again, don't judge a book by its cover. And we see marriage, so really strong confirmation that a lot of my Scorpios, you may marry this person. And I love that best friend coming through, because it tells me a lot of my Scorpios, you're going to be marrying your best friend and lover. So friendship is vital to this connection. Feelings deepen and blossom. Anything else my Scorpios need to know here? Things might move quickly, okay, for some of you. And we see in the coming years that this is meant to be a long-term connection. And we see the month of November. Now, maybe I'm connecting with some of my November Scorpios, or maybe this is just unfolding by November. Some of you may even be married to this person by November. All right, so I'm going to leave it here, Scorpios, sending you love and light. Take care.